Tzu Chi Eye Center in the Philippines helps restore 2 young children's eyesight with cataract surgery. And we examine the recent widespread death of wild bees in Taiwan and what symptoms bee colonies may have before collapsing. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Marilee Shoda. Thank you for joining us. We begin today's program in Taiwan, where Tzu Chi volunteers are always ready to lend a hand to those in need. In DaAi, a fire broke out at Cai Abian's home. Though the fire was quickly put out, the debris and mess left in its wake was not something she could deal with on her own. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers keen to help her clean up and help ease her anxious heart. Meanwhile, in Tainan, Tzu Chi volunteers were also mobilized to help clean up after a fire to assist an 80-year-old woman and her disabled son. After separating the tasks for each group, Tzu Chi volunteers set out to begin their cleanup effort to help the elderly Mrs. Xue. However, once they step into their home, there is an unexpected accident. 3 days ago, Mrs. Xue's home caught on fire. Today, the floor is still blackened from the ash and soot. She returned home the night before and got up this morning wanting to make some porridge for breakfast, but slipped and fell in the kitchen. Thankfully, she didn't severely harm herself. The bedroom is where the fire originated, and one can see the ceiling is black and the mattress is burned beyond repair. These are the areas volunteers are here to help clean up. Mrs. Xue's son, who was hurt in the fire, has a severe disability. After being discharged from the hospital, he is temporarily staying at a nursing home. This assistance from Tzu Chi is greatly appreciated by the borough head.
The water from the fire trucks doused the whole place. We are afraid the senior, who is in her 80s, might slip and fall. So we invited some brothers and sisters to help clean up the place so she can live in a more comfortable environment.
Quickly cleaning up the first floor while repainting the second floor of the building and giving them a new mattress, the volunteers do their best to provide a more suitable living environment for the mother and son. Meanwhile, in DaAi City, a similar residential fire broke out on March 2nd.
When the neighbors came knocking on my door, I didn't know the 3rd floor had caught on fire. I thought the neighbors just came to chat with me. It was when I went to put away the laundry that I discovered the fire. When I went to call the emergency response, I was so nervous that I didn't know what number to dial.
The fire was put out in less than half an hour, but in the aftermath, Cai Abian didn't know what to do. Thankfully, Tzu Chi volunteers stepped in to help. Though the space is only of about 43 square meters, the floor is littered with nails, broken glass, and such, so the volunteers must be careful cleaning up the place.
I'm so thankful everyone is here to help me clean up. Otherwise, with this much to deal with, I don't know how I could manage on my own. Thank you, Tzu Chi, for your assistance.
After a morning's cleaning effort, the home's environment has been restored. Underneath the bright sun, the home's interior is shining once more, just like the homeowner's smile, as her worries slowly fade away with the removal of the mess. Also helping those in need, but in the Philippines, 2 children suffering from cataracts and their mothers recently traveled to Manila to seek medical assistance at the Tzu Chi Eye Center. With the assistance of Tzu Chi, both of the children have regained their vision.
8-year-old Rayan has cataract and he can only squint to see the world. Even when he reads, everything he sees on the book is blurred.
My son often falls at school. His classmates keep bullying him because they make fun of how he reads books.
As her son was looked down upon because of his illness, in October last year, this mother took him from Mindanao in southern Philippines to Manila to look for medical assistance. Meanwhile, 5-year-old Chanel and her mother also traveled from Tacloban to Manila because she was blind.
I am scared to leave her alone because she needs someone to guide her way when she goes somewhere. Otherwise, she may fall and injure herself.
These worried mothers take their children to seek medical assistance. helps them pay the expenses for medical treatments and medication. After undergoing surgery, Rayan sees the camera and expresses his gratitude.
I'm very thankful for Tzu Chi Foundation for helping people who are less fortunate like us.
Chanel wants to take a look at the city before she goes home.
She is happy to go home, but she hoped that we could take her to the city. She wanted to see the sights as she hasn't seen them before.
After regaining their vision, the two children start to have expectations for the beautiful things in the world, as the thing that they want to do most is to go to school.
Staying in the Philippines, Barangay 105 of Quezon City is an underprivileged community located near the highway. Most of the residents make a living by selling recyclables. However, their income is often not enough to feed their families. Recently, Tzu Chi distributed rice to the community, providing them with warmth and love.
Barangay 105 is a community located nearby the highway of Quezon City. Many residents who live there have immigrated from other counties or cities. They make a living by selling recyclables. They build their houses with recycled wooden boards and plastic sheeting. Their houses leak when it rains, and their meager income is not enough to feed them.
My husband is the only one who didn't bring back recyclables, so we have nothing to sell and we have no money to buy food.
While the adults are striving for their life, the children are finding food in the garbage dump. This is the darkest corner in the city.
The food was given by the rich, which was their leftovers. We heated it and fed it to the children.
Early March, Tzu Chi volunteers in the Philippines distributed 20 kilograms of rice given by Taiwan to each family, allowing them not to go hungry at this full month.
Now we have rice to eat. We only need to buy vegetables.
A Catholic priest also feels sympathy for the underprivileged church members. He actively contacts Tzu Chi to distribute rice in his parish regardless of different religions. He wants to let everyone know where the endless love comes from.
Wish that we could also have a more organized network like Tzu Chi in our own Catholic effort to reach out, especially to the poorest of the poor.
We pass Master Zheng Yan's spirits on and teach the people to share our love with everyone.
Tzu Chi has once helped Carlos Garcia in 2004 when his house was burned down by a fire. Now Tzu Chi lends a hand to him again as he has lost his job and he has financial problems.
I'm happy to receive assistance from Tzu Chi. I already have no food to eat, and over the past 2 months, I've had no work, so my life is difficult. I'm unable to raise my 2 sons.
While distributing the bags of rice to the impoverished families, Tzu Chi also spread love and care to them. This not only helps to fill in everyone's stomach, but it also helps to bring Taiwan and the Philippines closer.
Also distributing rice to the needy, but in Honduras. In Marcobia, Tzu Chi held a rice distribution to help 850 families. Due to the large scale of the distribution, many who had received Tzu Chi's help in the past came out to help. Knowing Tzu Chi's lesson of giving is better than receiving, many of the former care recipients extended a helping hand when Tzu Chi needed it.
Sedenia is a community in Marcobia. More than 80% of the people are poor. In total, 850 families. We are helping today the town of Sedenia, which has suffered the most because of flooding.
Mi historia empezó hace 4 años. Yo estuve en el proyecto de
My
las
story
casas de
began
aquí.
4 years ago.
Entonces,
I was a part of the housing project here. I got a truck, which I was using to bring materials. We started on April 27th. With everybody helping, I gave them food. I
I was happy because now I have a place to sleep and shelter from the floods. Thank you for helping me when I was most in need and for giving me a house, something I craved the most.
Era lo que más anhelaba. ¿Ah? ¿Sí o no? Ya te juicio.
Porque no hay lápiz.
Sí, 4 años ayudando a la fundación en todo.
In the past 4 years, I've helped the foundation in every way I can. I'm still here even if I have my own home. We give of ourselves 100% every time we help others.
Verle la felicidad a otro cuando uno le está dando algo.
There are 3 in my family right now, and soon we'll have another baby with us. I'm very happy with what you have given me. The rice is already a big help for us. It's a great blessing because we don't have to spend money on it.
Ustedes también, sí.
No, yo me siento contenta, ¿verdad? Porque
I'm happy because it's a great help. I live on my own. I have no one, my children, left me. I am handicapped because of this foot and this hand. I have fought and worked hard to survive.
entonces me la he luchado trabajando, ¿verdad?
No todos nacemos para esto. El dar.
We are not all born for this. Giving is a gift. Receiving is even better. Thank you for your willingness to help.
Taiwan's wild bees are suffering from a highly infectious virus that specifically targets 5-day-old larvae, which becomes encased in a bubble-like sac and the head of the larva becoming pointed, leading to the eventual collapse of the honeycomb. With no medicine for this virus nor any vaccine, more than 90% of these artificially bred bees in Taiwan have died.
Taiwan's native wild bees are perishing quickly, especially in northern Taiwan, which has been plagued with rain.
This
is a bee farm in Taipei where nearly all of the bees are dead due to a highly infectious virus, with the remaining ones being very sick and weak.
Mr. Xia's bee farm is in Taipei's Mujia district. In October last year, he became aware of the symptoms in his colonies. Before Lunar New Year, nearly all of his bees were dead.
At
the beginning, a number of bees just disappeared. One box would be full, and then all of a sudden, 2/3 just disappeared. And then the symptoms began to emerge, such as larvae rotting, as I contacted Ilan University to help conduct a test.
That's what we call pointed head larva, and we see lots of it happening all around here. The most serious part is here as the honeycomb is weakening and it collapsed, indicating it is seriously affected.
Mr. Xie says he did everything that he could and still all of his bees are dead.
我们一般这叫做东方风的囊状病毒啦。係啊。目前敢有药啊，人可以？目前还无嘞，拢无。这个病毒病的东西，其实病毒本身就没有药医啦。跟蜜蜂到最后都会，它也是会死掉。
Gently with a pair of tweezers, the dead bee larva is extracted as it looks like it is encased in a sort of bubble-like cyst.
都灭群了，都死掉了。
对，因为它就没有新生儿出生了。这个啊，咁重嘅呢？差不多。
This group is quite seriously affected. We will take it back and do some testing. We can take it back and make a record.
As the virus has no vaccine or any effective medicine, almost all of these wild bees will die, and there's no subsidy from the government.
现在怎么办？可能只能够呼吁看政府单位有没有办法去解决。
With no immediate relief, all of these beekeepers have the same question on their minds.
对啊，哇，真好对啊，一度就早对啊。
较早，会比讲较早无？
我到风台嘛，8、9月。 把就迄风头我看哇，我就钓啊，我钓看到一箱，迄箱我就甲销毁。销毁搁过下一个月，无钓嘛搁钓啊。轮了搁钓。当下变过车去。可怜。
The beekeepers had to rely upon themselves and even fed the bees special medicines or herbs. But for these researchers, there was little that could be done to solve this very serious problem.
现阶段并没有合法。
At the moment, there are no registered drugs that are effective in preventing this disease, as it is very contagious. If one hive becomes infected, then the one next to it will also be infected.
在你隔壁的蜂场也会跟着遭殃啊！这个就是问题所在啊。
Raising wild bees is not officially part of the Council of Agriculture's official network, leading to very little counseling or official help. Furthermore, with Taiwan never experiencing such a problem in the past, many still don't know where the virus came from. In addition to losing this delicious wild honey, there could be further wide-ranging environmental effects, as the battle for the survival of these bees is just beginning.
The 3-day free clinic in Kampong Cham, Cambodia was completed recently, and in total 2,880 people were shown loving care by TIMA and local doctors. Many patients were in need of more than just physical treatment, as Tzu Chi volunteers were there to help support and encourage in any way they can.
We were set to begin the clinic at 8 o'clock. By 7, people were already pouring in. Some people needed to wait half a day to see a doctor.
Seeing the expectant eyes and anxious hearts of the residents waiting at the clinic, some Tzu Chi volunteers hope to ease the moods of residents by singing songs, while doctors worked hard to care for the health of every patient. After his retirement, this elderly senior lost his purpose in life and also lost all motivation to leave his bed. After lying down for over 2 years, he can barely stand or walk.
His problem is 70% mental and 30% physical. The 30% that is physical still requires a lot of treatment. We've done what we can for the patients today, and we found many troubled with psychological problems.
Many people suffer from more than simply physical ailments. For many, the greatest problems are problems of the heart and spirit. In addition to receiving acupuncture to ease physical discomfort, doctors offer this senior all the encouragement they can. Helping people overcome their suffering brings smiles to the faces of doctors and volunteers and creates a feeling of familial warmth between doctors, volunteers, and residents.
This time we have a coalition from lots of different countries, all working hard and working in harmony together. It has been extremely moving.
Right now, the weather is very hot at 35 or 36 degrees in the afternoon. All the doctors are working up a sweat, but they are all continuing to work hard, helping the patients. That level of commitment is really moving to the local residents who see this.
These children perform a song with hand gestures to express selfless love and gratitude to the residents and doctors here at this 3-day clinic. In total, over 2,800 people have been shown love and care here in Cambodia.
As Tzu Chi completed the 3-day free clinic in Cambodia, volunteers also took the opportunity during the clinic to introduce Tzu Chi's bamboo coin bank to patients. Inspired by Tzu Chi's good deeds and spirit, many of them donated money to Tzu Chi.
This Cambodian volunteer takes responsibility for helping local residents with clinic registration. She also takes every opportunity to share with people the true meaning of the coin bank.
I told him we don't need to have much money to help others. We can also help the needy with 100, 500, or 1,000 Cambodian reals. It depends on your ability. Then he immediately donated some of his money.
Pontek Long, who came here to seek medical assistance, approves of this idea, and he also donates his own money.
I believe Tzu Chi is a true charitable group. I also believe that one good deed deserves another.
Upon hearing that a little money can also help people, these patients donate their money even though they are unable to seek medical assistance due to poverty.
This is my little contribution which can help those in need.
I feel quite happy because I can donate the money to help the needy.
Even with a little money, people can also use it to help the less fortunate. With everyone's benevolence, love has been spread throughout Cambodia.
For nearly a month, Taiwan's Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital performed surgical treatments and rehabilitation for Wu Xiaodong, who suffers from Parkinson's. He recently returned to his home in Shanghai, with local volunteers giving him a warm welcome. Wu has recovered remarkably and pledged to one day wear the uniform of a Tzu Chi volunteer and to go out into the community to help others.
Leaving Shanghai to go to Hualien for medical treatment for more than a month, Wu Xiaodong is now very happy returning to his home with his mother. 37-year-old Wu Xiaodong originally suffered from Parkinson's disease and found it nearly impossible to move or walk around. But in early February, he traveled from Shanghai to Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital and underwent deep brain stimulation surgery and was gradually able to regain his coordination.
在上海的时候不能行动，行动不自如。
I couldn't walk when I was in Shanghai, but now my movements are free and easy, and I feel more comfortable.
心情舒畅。
Back in his hometown of Shanghai, Wu Xiaodong cannot wait to show the progress he has made after the surgery and rehabilitation. It has been more than 30 days since Wu has seen his father, and he immediately told his father about his successful surgery.
I am Xiaodong. I am much better, and I can care for you now.
This family of three are now reunited once again, and they are eager to share their experience and fulfill a pledge made in Taiwan.
Xiaodong and I talked about wanting to wear the blue and white Tzu Chi uniform. Master Zhenyan said okay and that she would welcome us. Today there are so many people welcoming us and cheering. We will actualize our pledge as a way to repay everyone.
Encouraged by his mother, Wu Xiaodong made his pledge known to his father.
I want to do Tzu Chi. I will keep trying to improve.
Seeing his son's determination, Xiaodong's father showed support for his son through his smile and his eyes, giving hope to this family of three who have overcome so much in their life.
The monthly recycling point on Nanrong Road in Keelung, Taiwan is really a temporary spot on the side of the road. Nonetheless, recycling volunteers still see one another as family while working to protect the planet. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.